Hello and welcome back again on our channel with another news, another update, and another point of view. We're so excited to have you as part of our team, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the button below. Thank you for watching. Today, we got you a big titles. Kings eliminate Warriors from play-in tournament with 118-94 win. Klay Thompson misses all 10 shots in what might have been his final game with the Warriors. Zion Williamson reportedly injured left hamstring amidst 40-point outing vs. Lakers. Eddie House pushes back on LeBron James' comments about 2011 Heat role players. Kawhi Leonard reportedly lands final spot on USA Hoops roster for 2024 Olympics. And the big news is, with the 2024 USA Basketball Olympic team beat the 1992 Dream Team. Best dunkers in NBA history, where does Blake Griffin rank after retirement? And finally, former Clippers star Blake Griffin retires after high-flying career. 1. Kings eliminate Warriors from play-in tournament with 118-94 win. Keegan Murray scored 32 points, De'Aaron Fox added 24, and the Sacramento Kings stayed alive in the play-in tournament, eliminating the Golden State Warriors with a 118-94 victory on Tuesday night. Sacramento advanced to play at New Orleans on Friday night with a chance to return to the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Western Conference. The Kings avenged a Game 7 loss at home to Golden State in last year's first round by playing cleaner and being quicker to lose balls against the older Warriors in what was one of the most consequential wins for the franchise into decades. The loss kept Golden State out of the playoffs for the third time in the past 5 seasons, including 2 eliminations in the play-in tournament. The Warriors committed 16 turnovers, gave up 15 offensive rebounds, and way too many open three-pointers, looking nothing like the dynastic team that won 4 titles from 2015 to 22. The undrafted Ellis, who was on a 2-way contract until February, added 15 points to go with his strong defense. Harrison Barnes scored 17 and Domantas Sabonis had 16 points and 12 rebounds for Sacramento. Klay Thompson missed all 10 shots from the field and Stephen Curry didn't get nearly enough help. Curry finished with 22 points but was hounded for much of the game by Keon Ellis. Sacramento, California. AP Klay Thompson has provided so many memorable moments during his decade-plus run as Stephen Curry's splash brother running mate for the Golden State Warriors dynasty. The game's 6 heroics. The scores of 3-pointers. The shutdown defense against some of the game's top scorers, Sacramento Kings in the play-in tournament that was Thompson's last game before an uncertain summer of free agency. Everybody's going to talk about one game, Curry said. I know he wanted to play better. I know he's a true champion. We all prepare ourselves to play our best when the lights are bright. 3. Zion Williamson reportedly injured left hamstring amidst 40-point outing vs. Lakers. New Orleans Pelicans star Zion Williamson injured his left hamstring against Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA's play-in tournament on Tuesday, according to a report from The Athletic. Williamson is set to undergo further testing on Wednesday. Williamson had fans roaring and out of their seats as he burst down the lane on the dribble, finishing a game-tying layup over Lakers star Anthony Davis. Moments later, the Pelicans star forward was throwing a towel to the floor in disgust as he disappeared down a tunnel leading to the locker room. Williamson's highlight-filled 40-point, 11-rebound showing in his postseason debut ended in a worrisome way for him and New Orleans on Tuesday night. He missed the final 3 minutes of a 110-106 loss to the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference play-in tournament because of a left leg injury. 4. Eddie House pushes back on LeBron James' comments about 2011 Heat role players. The November 2010 Miami Heat are remembered as one of the most disappointing teams in NBA history. Perennial All-Stars LeBron James and Chris Bosh signed up to play in South Beach with future Hall of Famer Dwyane Wade the offseason before, creating the Big Three, but Miami came up short of winning the NBA Finals, losing to the underdog Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. Why didn't they finish the job? James recently opined on the Mind the Game pod with LeBron James and Jay Redick that the Heat didn't have enough complementary guys that season with the exceptions of point guard Mario Chalmers and forward Udonis Haslem. On Tuesday's edition of FS1's The Carton Show, Eddie House, one of the role players behind James, Wade, and Bosh with the Heat that season, responded to that take. 5. Kawhi Leonard reportedly lands final spot on USA Hoops roster for 2024 Olympics. Despite its dominance in men's basketball having seemingly waned in recent years, the United States has won Olympic gold in the sport every time since the 2008 Redeem Team fulfilled its mission to restore USA basketball's pride after having to settle for a bronze medal for years before. And if the roster reportedly heading to the 2024 Paris Olympics is any indication, the United States' winning streak in the marquee global basketball competition should continue. According to multiple reports, USA Basketball has finalized its 12 roster spots for this summer's competition, with LA Clippers star Kawhi Leonard landing the final spot. Every single player on the roster is a multi-time NBA All-Star. On Monday, 11 of the 12 spots were revealed, with the list including from Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors, LeBron James of Los Angeles Lakers to Anthony Davis of the Lakers. The 12th spot Tuesday. 6. Would the 2024 USA Basketball Olympic team beat the 1992 Dream Team? With Kawhi Leonard reportedly claiming the final roster spot on this summer's USA Basketball Olympic team, its 12-man roster looks to be among the most stacked in the history of the event since the NBA finally permitted players to participate. Setting up the iconic 1992 Dream Team, the legendary lineup of names set to head to Paris this summer includes both familiar veteran superstars and exciting up-and-comers. A quartet of NBA champions and future Hall of Famers heads the list: LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Leonard. There are first-team All-Neighbors who will be asked to contribute in major ways, such as Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, and Anthony Davis. Drew Holiday and Bam Adebayo provide staunch presences on defense, while young players like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton bring needed energy. Its team perhaps without a weakness, and one that looks like one of the best collections of basketball talent ever assembled. But is it good enough to take down that famous 1992 squad, led by Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird, who many regard as the best ever? Colin Cowherd thinks not. If you took LeBron and Steph off it, and they've been in 11 finals in 13 years, they are clearly the old guard, Cowherd said Tuesday on The Herd, criticizing the squad's aging headliners. They have carried this league. When you go old and new, this is a bit of an indictment on our Team USA is a lot of guys who I don't know if they're in their prime. Jason Tatum, will you take the big shot? Booker scores, but they were awful in Phoenix before Durant and Chris Paul. I think the Dream Team would house these guys. 7. Best dunkers in NBA history. Where does Blake Griffin rank after retirement? Blake Griffin officially announced his retirement from the NBA, closing the playing career of one of the league's best players in the 2010s. It also marked the official end of one of the sport's greatest dunkers. Griffin's 14-year NBA career was full of highlight-worthy and jaw-dropping dunks, putting many opponents on posters during his prime with the LA Clippers. Griffin also had one of the most memorable performances in the NBA Slam Dunk Contest's history early in his career. In 2011, Griffin opted to dunk over a car for his final dunk of the night, capping off one of the most iconic dunk contests in recent memory. While he was one of the game's top players during his best years, the six-time All-Star dealt with constant injuries in the back half of his career, diminishing his impact. But what is not up for debate is Griffin's standing as one of the best dunkers in NBA history. Let's determine where he ranks among the best dunkers of all time. 8. Former Clippers star Blake Griffin retires after high-flying career. Blake Griffin announced his retirement Tuesday after a 14-year career that included 6 All-Star selections, Rookie of the Year honors, and a dunk contest victory. Griffin said in a social media post that he's thankful for every single moment of his career. He was the number 1 overall pick by the Clippers out of Oklahoma in 2009. He missed his first season with a knee injury, but rebounded to earn Rookie of the Year honors in 2011 when he won the All-Star Game dunk contest. Alongside Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan, Griffin's high-flying plays rejuvenated the Clippers franchise and earned it the nickname Lob City. He was traded to the Detroit Pistons during the 2018 season as his ability to soar dwindled and injuries piled up. Griffin was able to reinvent his game in Detroit with a reliable three-point shot and was selected for his 6th All-Star game in the 2018-19 season. He averaged 24.5 points and 7.5 rebounds.